Joanna Michelson from optiontoheal.com, and today, highlight of the day, go to the supermarket at night. You can see the background over here. One of those trees was my tree that I went to the other day, and here's the rest of the parking lot at night. Well, if you want to see what an Israeli parking lot looks at nighttime, looks like at nighttime. And why at nighttime? Because it's just too hot during the daytime to go out. So we go at nighttime. And today I want to talk to you about something that came up today in one of my sessions. So the guy was talking to me about a grown-up child who was working for them, and how should he deal with problems when the child doesn't do what they're supposed to do. And fortunately or unfortunately, whichever you want to look at it, fortunately because it means you don't have to change anything in your system, unfortunately because you would think that adults would already grow up and know better, but you treat children and adults in the same way when you're talking about consequences. Now, I say consequences because I believe that natural consequences are a much better system than using punishments. Punishments don't really teach anything besides you have to do what I say because I say it. But if you choose some sort of natural consequence, for instance, if you have a young child who wants to stay up late but is not behaving properly, you just say, well, if you would behave properly, you could stay up late. But if you can't behave properly, then you have to go to sleep because we can't have you behave like that in front of everybody else. So it's sort of like a natural consequence. Or if you get your clothes dirty, you're going to either have to wear dirty clothes or change your clothes. But you can't have a clean clothing if you got it dirty and not be willing to change it or wash it. You just want to have it up, keep it on, and be clean. So you're teaching them sort of like a natural consequence of what happens as a result of their actions. Now, obviously, it has to be age appropriate. You're not going to teach a little baby that if you dirty your diaper, you're going to say dirty diaper, you're going to change the baby's diaper because that's age appropriate for the baby to be doing. But when you're teaching a 6-year-old that they have to go to sleep because they have to wake up the next morning, and then they can't wake up the next morning, so you tell them you can wake up in the morning, so today you have to go to sleep a little bit earlier so you'll be able to wake up in the morning to go to school. It's a natural consequence. Now, the other thing about these natural consequences is that when you are dealing with a negative natural consequence, you have to be really consistent. And the reason why you have to be really consistent is because they're going to keep testing to see whether you're really serious about it. Now, if you're sometimes yes, sometimes no, they're going to constantly be thinking, maybe this is a time that I'll get away with it. Maybe this is a time that I won't get the punishment or the natural consequence. And so they'll keep trying to test it. But if they know that every time they do something, then they're going to get that natural consequence, then they're going to stop testing eventually because it's not worth their while to get the consequence anymore. They're going to learn, nope, not going to do that anymore because I don't want that natural consequence. On the other hand, when you're dealing with positive consequences or positive rewards, because I do believe in positive rewarding, you don't give it every time. And for the same exact reason, you want them to constantly be thinking, maybe this is time I'm going to get it. Maybe this is time I'm going to get it. Maybe this is time I'm going to get it. And then they'll keep trying to get it, and sometimes you do give them, sometimes you don't give it to them. But when they do get it, they feel that reward and they feel good inside. Having said all that, when my kids were younger and I had a natural consequence for them, if they could convince me in an adult-like fashion, with a conversation, bringing up good points, like a debate sort of type thing, that I should let go of that consequence for the specific time, I would do it for the simple reason. I want them to understand that it's not like I'm the authority, which I am the authority, but in life, when they come up against other authorities, I want them to believe that they have the power with good convincing, good arguments, good debating skills to be able to change what the other person thinks or wants to do with them. So I did give into that over there, and I think it's a good thing to do if they have a good reason why. The second caveat I'm going to say is that if you decide for yourself that you're not going to install a specific consequence for a specific time, for instance, if let's say you went out with your kids to visit your parents, and usually they go to sleep at 7 o'clock, but you were coming home till 9 o'clock, so obviously you cannot put to bed at 7 o'clock. So you told your kids, today, because we're going to grandma and grandpa, we're going to put our kids to bed, you're going to go to bed later, because I can't put you to bed at 7 o'clock, and this is my decision. That's also okay, because you're still letting them know this is your decision, and it's not just because they did something that they got it. They did something that's not socially acceptable, and they got it. They didn't do anything that was socially acceptable. They went to grandma and grandpa. And you made a decision and told them that because they went to grandma and grandpa, you're going to get to go to bed later this night. And tomorrow morning, if we end up getting up late, it's okay. Nothing to worry about because it's not your fault that you went to bed late. I created that situation that you're going to go to bed late. Now, the same exact thing holds for adults. If you have natural consequences, and every time they do something they're not supposed to do, they suffer that natural consequence, it's a big truck for me. Eventually, they'll get the idea it's not in their better interest to do the thing that they're doing because you're going to suffer the natural consequence. For example, if my 15-year-old was supposed to do something for me for work and he didn't do it, and because he didn't do it, I didn't get paid, so he doesn't get paid either. There's no reason why he should get paid if I didn't get paid for something that he did wrong. Okay? And that way he learns to be accountable for his actions. Personal responsibility. We're going back to that topic that we had a few days ago of personal accountability for what you're doing at all times. And teaching kids in an age-appropriate way how to be accountable for their own actions. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like down below. I'd love to get those hearts. And if you're watching me on YouTube, you can give me the subscribe button and also the bell notification so that you'll be notified every time there's a new video that comes out. Sorry about this background noise. I didn't think there was going to be a truck right behind me, right in the middle of my session. Another truck coming along too. So I'll sign off soon. In any case, remember, make the whole world happy, 1% at a time, starting with me, and keeping as many couples together happily ever after. Hi there, Adrian. Hope you enjoyed it.